9 News at 4 starts right now.
The city of Denver is suing the Trump administration to get back federal funding used to help migrants. Tonight, 9 News investigates, looking at if they have a case. Aurora's mayor wants police officers to pass a yearly fitness test. We're seeing the impact that new physical requirements for officers could have responding to calls. You could be paying more than the store shelf says. A new consumer report tonight uncovered widespread pricing errors at Kroger stores nationwide.
I understood the assignment. Got to do it again on Sunday.
The Nuggets are rolling on to Game 7. We'll show you the moment with Julian Strother you probably didn't even notice on the court. Good afternoon. We are following some breaking news at this hour. Lakewood police tell us an officer shot someone in Lakewood. This happened near the corner of Colfax and Wadsworth. We're working to gather more details. We do have a crew heading that way. Right now, we know the person that the officer shot was taken to the hospital. Lakewood police say no officers were injured. Eastbound Colfax is closed from Zephyr to Wadsworth, and it will be for the next several hours. Once we know more, we will update you. The federal government canceled $24 million to help Denver deal with its migrant crisis. And today, the city went to court to get it back.
That's right. Denver joined a lawsuit against the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The decision to cancel the funding, an executive order issued by President Trump, canceled reimbursements to cities.
9 News investigates Kevin Vaughn spoke with Denver Mayor Mike Johnston today. So what's the gist of the city's argument, Kevin?
Well, Kim and Sam, it's really simple that under the Constitution, only Congress can allocate federal money and only Congress can take it away. It wasn't a hurricane or a flood, but the influx of migrants to Denver, some of them bused here by border state governors, was a crisis nonetheless.
The federal government's role, when Congress chooses to act as they did, is to fund support for that crisis. They funded support for this crisis, and we delivered based on those requirements.
Of the more than 150 executive orders signed by Trump, one banned undocumented immigrants from getting federal benefits, and according to a new lawsuit, led the Department of Homeland Security and the Federal Emergency Management Agency to withhold millions set aside to help cities deal with all those newcomers. The suit was filed by Denver, Chicago, and Pima County, Arizona, where Tucson is located. It asserts that withholding already appropriated money violates the separation of powers established in the U.S. Constitution.
There's no grounds by which a new executive can somehow rescind congressional allocation simply because he disagrees with what Congress decided to do.
According to Johnston, Denver was due $32 million, but so far has been paid only $8 million.
If this was a federal immigration crisis Denver didn't ask for, we didn't create.
The hope, Johnston said, is quick action in court and an injunction affirming that withholding the money violates the Constitution and restoring the funds.
Denver stepped up in a courageous way that we're proud of, but the federal government needs to do their part and make sure they follow through on the promise Congress made to help fund it.
One thing to note, Johnston said this is not really about immigration policy or whether the United States should be allowing people from other countries to come here. It's about what he sees as a promise made by Congress to help cover the costs of those who already have. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Kevin, before we let you go, I have to ask, what happens if the city doesn't get this money?
That's a good question, Sam. So the money really has already been spent. This money that they want from the feds would reimburse them. If they don't get the money, Denver is on the hook for it.
Kevin Vaughn, thank you.
Right now, our weather impact team is keeping an eye on the skies and the storms this weekend. We will see some warm temperatures, but we might have to dodge a few raindrops here and there. We want to get to Corey Reppenhagen. Hey, it's a weekend. Who cares if your hair gets wet, right?
Speak for yourself, Kim. This blowout I want to last all weekend. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know, I'm all good as long as it doesn't fall on my son's baseball field.
Yes.
Then we got problems, right? So the morning hours, both Saturday and Sunday, looking good. Just those afternoon showers. I think it will be a little bit of some dodging situation, but really just isolated stuff. Here's the wind situation right now. The winds have just been gradually going downhill a little bit. Starting at about 8 o'clock tonight, we'll get these down into the lighter range, but we're still seeing some 30-mile-per-hour gusts, even up here on the northern front range, a 36-mile-per-hour gust just north of Fort Collins. So it's starting to get there, but not quite yet. Tomorrow we'll be in the calm to breezy situation. Temperatures right now across the Mile High City looking pretty nice here. 70 degrees at the airport, 69 degrees here at the 9 News studios. Here's the forecast for tomorrow. See a little bit more clouds in the sky tomorrow. We won't be dodging too many raindrops until we get to about the 2 to 4, 2 to 6 range here, but isolated stuff. So really there's only a 20% chance that you're going to get hit by that rain. So pretty decent, but just know that those rain showers will be there. Here's some headlines we're tracking. Thunderstorms also on Sunday evening, mountain snow Sunday night into Monday, and it looks like we could get around to severe weather on the eastern plains on Sunday afternoon. More details on that coming up in the forecast just a bit.
Police officers in Aurora may soon be required to pass a new test in order to stay on the job.
Mayor Mike Kaufman is proposing an annual fitness test for new officers. 9 News' Evan Krugel joins us now. And Evan, despite the physical requirements the job comes with, this isn't actually as common as people might think.
Yeah, Sam, multiple large agencies along the Front Range told me today they don't require any sort of annual fitness test. But that could be about to change in Aurora under a new proposal from Mayor Kaufman.
Let's do maybe 2 or 3 pull-ups just to judge where your fitness level is.
Training to become a cop.
Nice, thumbs over the bar.
Involves plenty of sweat for cadets like Finn O'Neill.
So go ahead, Finn.
David Bruce has been running these workouts for years.
Not too bad. One of the major injuries that happens to police officers is getting knocked to the ground.
His job at the Law Enforcement Academy at Arapahoe Community College
Beautiful.
is making sure Finn can complete tough tasks, even when he's out of breath.
This is absolutely stuff that everybody does in the academy.
But when cadets graduate and move on to their jobs as police officers, these workouts suddenly get a lot easier.
So they may test you when you first come in, but then there's no ongoing fitness standard.
Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman is looking to change that with a proposal to require an annual fitness test for all new Aurora police officers moving forward.
I definitely support it.
David says he's surprised more agencies don't require it, considering the rigors of the job.
I've been doing this for about 40 years, and I found it surprising the entire time. I find it surprising that a number of organizations fight against fitness standards for police agencies and things like that. I think the average public would love to see fitness standards for police agencies, but there's a lot of organizations out there that fight against it.
He says he supports the idea.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
And says a little sweat can make every aspect of policing a bit safer.
Yeah, I feel great.
That was quite a workout. Mayor Kaufman was unavailable for an interview today on what that test would look like, but he's hoping to have that requirement in place by the end of the year. He says it would only apply to new officers joining the department moving forward. Sam?
Evan, I think it's a great initiative. Thank you.